What an amazing few days it's been here at our little farm. I'm going to share with you some of the things that have been happening outside instead of inside my studio. But first, you know me, we're going to have a little chat. Hi everybody, it's good to see you again. I've had a busy couple of weeks with lots of family activity going on, and that's going to be part of this video. Our son and his wife and our grandson were here to visit for just a few days, and I have never seen a human being pack so much hard work into a few days visit for vacation and relaxation as my son did. I cannot believe the amount of sheer brute force labor he put in on our property, which is helpful because my husband is not well enough to do this kind of work anymore. He used to be able to do this all day, and he just can't do it anymore. So I'm going to share some of that with you, and that's rather exciting. So the point of this video is that although I think I've done 4 spinning videos in a row, those of you who don't spin are probably sick of spinning. You'll be glad to know that there's no spinning in this video, but there's a lot of outdoorsy stuff. We did go to the beach. There's a little bit of that, but I want to share with you the projects that were accomplished over the last 4 days. They left yesterday. It's also very hot. Today's high, I checked AccuWeather, and it was supposed to be 94 with a heat index of 107. That's too hot for me. Now, Adam can still handle that kind of warmth, as we call it, as long as he's not in the sun. So he's over in his little building, his studio, with the door open and the window open and the fan blowing, but he doesn't need any air conditioning, even in that kind of heat, because it's just warm, but it's not outside in the sun. Me, I have to have it cold. It was cold enough in the house today that I've made myself a pot of hot tea, which is just delightful. I'm going to try hard to make it through the summer without becoming just a depressing mass of tears. So there probably will be a lot of spinning this summer because that will help me get through. I am binge watching all of Kate Jackson's videos, and she's been doing a YouTube channel since the fall of 2017, and she has a lot of content. So I'm going to stop rambling and hope I haven't forgotten anything I was going to tell you. I don't think so. If I did, maybe I'll tack it on. I'll do a voiceover on a lot of this too, because some of it's just photos, but I wanted to share with you the last 4 days. Oh, did I say no spinning? Oh well, oops. Our son and his family came, and they brought their 3 dogs plus our 2 dogs. That makes lots of dogs in the house, and they were all so good. We took a ferry ride over to the beach. This was my grandson's very first view of the ocean. It was so wonderful. I got to tag along and just enjoy the time with them, enjoy watching him. Joy is the operative word there. There is nothing quite like having a grandchild with you, and also your own children. It's just such a joy. It was a great beach day, kind of stormy and overcast, but that's my favorite. Well, now we're going to turn our view to the farm because my son did so much work. It's a quiet morning on the farm in the pasture, and I wanted to show you what our son and his wife, but Philip did 95% of the work out here. It was astounding. He completely took down the fence that used to surround our vegetable garden. And we had a very large garden at one point, a lot of raised beds. We only have 4 long beds that are lined in metal. That's another project. And you can see some of them, all that tall stuff there. We still have to address that. However, the line you see here, starting about there, our son removed the fencing. This is 2x4 welded wire. All along here, down to that little, boy, the sun's in my eyes. There's a little shrub down there, and then back to the back of the property. And he did a stunning job. I've got a few things to show you. We got some posts we couldn't get out. Even he couldn't get them out, and he's a strong dude. We left, at my request, one So this is a wax myrtle, and we're going to keep it. And then up there is a little pine tree, and we're going to leave it too. The pines grow, as you see, tall and beautiful here. So we're going to give it a chance, just because we don't have any trees in this pasture, because it was pasture. It's all open. I don't think it's ever going to be used to pasture small horses again. But I'm just so proud of our son. He did a great job. Now we can mow. We need to get these posts out somehow. There's a metal one there, and here's a wooden one there, and there's a one that used to be a cedar tree over there. But mostly we can mow all this now with the riding mower. That will be great fun. And we have a huge burn pile over there. Let me show you one other thing I discovered while I was out here. Periodically I would come to check this little willow that I stuck in the ground, and it's been so dry, really for months. We had a dry spring and I've had a very dry summer, hardly any rain. So I came out here to look at it. I mostly left the dead willow here as a marker so I would know where I wanted to put one when we get more rain later. And I came to look, and lo and behold, as my grandmother would say, this is sure enough dead. But this is a little slip that came up from, not from the root, just from the base, a brand new willow. I'm so excited because this is from our specimen willow tree, which is on the corner right there. So we are going to have a willow here. It didn't get quite the head start it might have had. This is just a weed. But it does have a start. And as soon as we get more rain in the fall, when the temperatures are cooler, I'll probably put one somewhere in there. Definitely put another one here and here, so that we can have some nice shade, and they grow so fast. So this is the primary thing that my son and daughter-in-law did, and I'm going to share a little bit more with you too. We had something on our farm, a big, huge watering drum. The previous owner used this for watering his horses. And it had rusted in the bottom and been left on the property. At one point, we got our son to paint it years ago, and we thought we might use it to water our plants. But in the end, it was just an eyesore. And so my son brought his Sawzall, and he cut it up into pieces, and we loaded it in the van, took it to the recycling center, and put it in the metal recycling. This is the kind of work that he did. I'm here to show you the next improvement, although it looks like my chickens have decided to join me in this presentation. Hello, Brownie. Hello, Sheena. Oh, no, Brownie's decided against it. Well, our back door was in terrible shape and kept on falling apart, and so Adam has put up a new back screen door. I really like the look. It's made out of PVC. He also put the new frame around it, not just the door. And he and Philip had to do all kinds of woodwork behind the frame because it was all rotten out. And what we really needed was a new threshold. He's not quite done with the threshold and some other stuff, but it's pretty much done. Very nice looking, made out of PVC. The door has a steel on the inside to make it really strong. The PVC won't ever rot. The new threshold is pressure treated, which the old one wasn't for some bizarre reason. So anyway, very pleased with that. Slow improvements in the house. Okay, let's go look at the next thing. Yes, we're going over to Adam's little building. Have no idea whether it's messy or tidy in there, probably messy, but we're looking at the ceiling. We won't look at the other stuff. Our son and his wife finished putting up this kind of barnwood ceiling. Let me see if I can back off a little bit. No, it's not going to let me back off. Anyway, it looks kind of bigger than it is. But it looks really good, and he's so pleased to have this done. This will radically improve the insulation in the wintertime. So, many thanks to them. And yes, he's continuing his sewing. He's making a vest and all kinds of other things. But we'll address that later. It's time to let the hens out this morning. They've had their breakfast. Now they want to free range. I think Bibby might be laying. Let's follow them and see where they go. Are they going to run to their favorite spot? Are they going to remember from yesterday? Oh, there they go. There goes Sheena. I love how they run. Oh, there's the grill. No grilled chicken. Oh, they're scared of the grill. Come on, girls. They're not going to go to their favorite spot. Come on. Come on. Look over here. There's birdseed on the ground. Come on, Sheena. Come on. They do not like that grill. There's a beef brisket cooking away in there for the morning. Well, I guess the birdseed down there is going to go wanting. I sprinkle some from the bird feeder every day because other birds don't seem to have found it. So I figured the chickens might as well have it. Now they're finding it. Notice how the hens are eating? He won't eat. He'll pretend to eat one or two to show them where it is, but he won't eat anything. He'll leave all the food for them. Is Leo saying goodbye to the dogs, or is he looking longingly at the chickens? It's hard to say. I do have some things blooming on the farm right now. These are called tiger lilies, or lots of people call them ditch lilies because they do grow in the ditches. But they're gorgeous. These are doubles. I think I take photographs of them every year and I really enjoy them. And the next thing I have are some hydrangeas. These are just simple white hydrangeas, nothing fancy, but they're so pretty too. And these bushes are finally getting very large. I've also got some crepe myrtle growing in there, and probably tons of vines. I'm hoping that the hydrangeas will win out in the end. Well, the little noise you hear in the background is my son with his weed eater, which had a metal blade on it. He's hacking away at all of the vines and huge grass that was keeping that fencing in place. That's why we couldn't take it down. It was totally overrun. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in front of the barn in the shade, in a chair, looking at the pecan grove and relaxing. I did try to help as much as I could, usually by driving the lawnmower, the riding mower, and hauling things around. Many, many thanks to him for all that he did, and it was lovely to have them here. All right, well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and joining us here, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.